the Conductor Machine project. It finally saw the light of day. Now, I'm not sure if this is a release that any of you have been anticipating like that, but I do know that it was pushed back for a while, but it's finally here. So Conway the Machine, the Griselda member who is the silliest with the bars, he's had a pretty productive, prolific 2023. Earlier in the year, he chopped a very solid Pain Provided Profit EP with Jay Skis, and that was followed up by his solo album, Won't He Do It? It was an album that did receive mixed reviews, but it had some heat for sure. Then there was the Drumworks compilation, which I feel was a little slept on, and most recently, he joined forces with 38 Special for their special Machinery, and I feel that was a project that kind of came and went. It honestly hasn't had a lot of replay value for me, but now we are finally getting into this Conductor Machine EP, where Conway and Conductor Williams have teamed up for a mere 7 tracks. Now, Conductor Williams has also had one heck of a year. He's been buzzing. No longer is Conductor just producing for underground artists. He recently did 2 tracks for Drake. So the rollout for this Conductor Machine EP has been the opposite of smooth. I recall it was pushed back a couple of times, and allegedly there's a version of it floating on YouTube that I have not heard. So if you have heard it, let me know in the comment section if the tracks are the same. How is it? But getting right into Conductor Machine, it contains just 7 songs lasting only 16 minutes. Now, the other day, Conway took to Twitter essentially stating that he has been uninspired by rap lately, and as a result, he freestyled his way through the last 2 projects. So I'm not really sure if he was trying to big himself up for that, or if he was trying to lower the bar for this project, because I've already seen a lot more criticism being directed at this release than past Conway releases. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Blessings of the King, it has a haunting vocal harmony with that warped quality that you can expect from Conductor Williams. Instrumentally, it is very in step with the Griselda sound, and I have to say, it's not bad, but it does feel short with just 1 verse and 2 skits. Although the Machine did have some decent lines, I guess, with Machine, I'm just built different. You know how I'm constructed. They shot me, I rebounded from it like I was Andre Drummond, emptied a mop in the middle of the streets. They say Conway bugging. Okay, so maybe the Andre Drummond reference has been used a bit too much these days, possibly by Conway himself before, but it's a solid opener nonetheless. Track 2, Believe Me, has a quirky boom bap instrumental that I did enjoy, but this also contains some of Conway's laziest bars to date, I think. Yeah, this one definitely felt like he freestyled his way through it, and not in a good way. As a whole, his performance was fairly forgettable. The talking about shooting his shot in a girl's DM like John Paxson was pretty cringe. Yeah, I suppose the video game like instrumental was kind of dope, but this is easily the weakest song of the 7 for me. Track 3, Noir, it is backed by some elegant and moody pianos, and the melodic hook from Goose By The Way was solid, and you might even get some Max B-like vibes. Conway is hitting us with some raunchy bars here, speaking on sharing girls with other rappers and even NBA players, so this must be a reflection of this super cool lifestyle that he leads. He's going to NBA games left and right. He's sexing divas. I mean, I can't hate on it, but it also doesn't necessarily make for a great song nonetheless. Although he did have one line that jumped out. All I drop is classics. That's common, like water for chocolate. Okay, I feel this is the 2nd or 3rd time now that Conway has given a shout out to old school conscious artists, which is different given that he is such a street rapper. He did it back with Mos Def, saying he was bagging up to Black on Both Sides, and now with comment. So altogether, it's not a bad track, but I wouldn't have it as a favorite. The following song, Higher, it was actually the first song that I found to be the most enjoyable. This features the drum work artist Shots Oh My, and the two are basically doing a back and forth, more like a semblance of a back and forth. But anyway, I like the syrupy vocal sample. It was lush, breezy. Both also had decent verses, as there was definitely chemistry between the two. Yeah, I'd have to say Higher was one of those tracks that I would add to a playlist. This was followed up by Flame featuring Love the Genius. This had a dusty, up-tempo instrumental that did remind me of heist music from the 1970s. That was just the feel I was getting. It's quirky and off-kilter, and there was also this rattling sound effect that will likely be ingratiating to some, but I didn't mind it personally. Love the Genius did her thing, as she typically does, because I can't recall hearing a whack verse from Love the Genius. And the Machine, he did have some lines worth pointing out, like when he said, "Do stay away from my release dates, they fearful. On mics, I turn into Iron Mike, get your ear chewed. I knock one of them old rap dudes' veneers loose." So it's just some simple but clever bars from Conway. Second to last track is Church Fan with Jay Skis, and it's one of the highlights. Conductor takes us to church with this soothing backdrop, and Con and Jay Skis are doing an ill back and forth. Between the two, though, I would say that Jay Skis had the sharper performance, and some lines from Jay Skis that stood out were, "The Trife Life is infamous for sending shook ones on up north trips." So I hope y'all caught that one. Yeah, this is one of the hardest songs on the project as far as the rapping and the instrumental was concerned. The last song, Love the Lord, also has a great instrumental. We're getting these heavy gospel chops that are dusty and distorted. It felt like if you threw RZA, Big Ghost, and Conductor Williams all in a pot. There's only one verse though, but I did feel that there was slightly more urgency to the Machine's delivery. And there were some standout bars as well, like, "My rhyme book is considered a national treasure," and "Mentally, my mind leaves scientists baffled. Lyrically inclined, I existed through time travel. My physical design is elements that are not natural." So it's kind of getting a little bit of Inspector Deck meets Killer Priest vibes from that type of content. So overall, I'm going to give this project a rating of 3 to a strong 3 mics. It was a strange listening experience, that's for sure. There were things that I really liked about this EP, and others that I did not. I did like the quirky and rough around the edges aesthetic to the project in general. That for some reason did remind me of Conway's attempt at Kanye's Life of Pablo. The instrumentals from Conductor were mostly colorful, chaotic, and eclectic. Not all hit as hard as I would have liked, but I especially dug the last 4 tracks. But to be honest, I don't feel Conway the Machine gave us his best performance lyrically on this project. At times, it was really evident that he was just going through the motions. So yeah, I think had this project been a little longer, had it have been more fleshed out, and maybe if Conway would have given more of a shit, then I think it would have been better. But it had its high points, so it wasn't a complete wash, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts below. Was this project as bad as some folks are saying? My favorite tracks include Higher, Flame, Church Fan, and Love the Lord. But let me know your thoughts on this project. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. As always, it's peace and blessings. Conway, Conductor Williams, Conductor Machine. 1.